So Phil's decided he's going to walk up that mountain on the other side there. You can just see him there. There he is. And he's going to go all the way up there, so he says. He really is in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing for miles. Okay, got Phil. He's getting there. He's probably halfway to the top. There's the top up there, and he's down here. He's a long way from home though. I'll zoom out so you can see. If it'll let me. He's still got a fair bit to go. On the road again, leaving North Lefroy. Heading for Exmouth RAC Caravan Park. There's a dump point there, but there's no tap here. There's heaps of dump points up the coast here. Oh, I see, there's two things of water there. Jump out and put the pressurising fan on in the caravan, because I think we're going to have quite a few k's of dust before we get to the bitumen. I think the bitumen's the other side of Yardi Creek. Five minutes in, we've got a dual lane section, two tracks. I took the left track, and it seems not as corrugated as the other tracks, so pretty happy about that. It's 8:45 and it's 29 degrees Celsius already. I'm running basically 20 psi in the front tyres, 30 psi in the back tyres, and 40, 41, 42 in the Caravan tyres. I tried letting them down to 35, but they bag so much. I was a bit worried about punches because they're not a real true off-road tyre. Apparently they're a 10-ply tyre, but they've got no tread up the sidewalls like the good off-road ones do. So I pumped them back up a bit again. Doing 10 to 15 kilometres an hour, and like everyone else, zigzagging, trying to seal this rough. Not sure what it is. They call this type of rock sticking out here. Oh, Windabandy Point is on the left. Looks like we've got to go through this muck up here. Down to 5 kilometres an hour. Jump up here. Ooh. Poor Caravan. If you get the option for air suspension on your Caravan, go for it. Especially if you do any of this off-road stuff. Hey, smooth road, let's go, quick. You see everyone zigzags around everything that looks like a bump. You can tell when they're bad because the tow hitch rattles. A lot of signs here. Gates open. Trespassing or shooting. Camping is prohibited within the boundaries. Leave nothing but footprints. All the usual stuff. But Google says to go this way, so it's got to be right. We've got about 27 kilometres of this to Yardi Creek, and then after Yardi it's bitumen. So I'm forward motion challenged at the moment. Another word is bogged. I stopped before I dug down too far. This is very soft and quite a big hump in the middle. So I've just aired down to 15 at the front and 20 at the back. I had 20 in front, 30 in the back, so we'll see what happens. Down to 7-8 kilometres an hour on these corrugations. They probably look like nothing on the camera, but they're quite savage for the poor caravan. Phil's got airbags on his caravan, so it'll be soaking him up a lot better than mine will with the coil springs. So this is, I'm pretty sure it's come up the Yardi Creek. It's a bit rough and tumble. Select sand mode. That guy looks like he's stuck over there. I think he's airing down over there, so I'll probably just wait and then have a go. I think I forgot to video that. I got stuck on the soft side, had to use the max tracks. I need to find a nice spot to air up now, back on the bitumen. Yep, so north of Yardi Creek, it's all bitumen, smooth bitumen. We like it. Speed limit 80 kilometres an hour. Just cruising now. Now I know why all these campsites north of Yardi Creek were all booked out, because you can get to them on the bitumen. Who wants to drive down hours and hours of corrugations like we did? Totally makes sense now. One for Richard. Check the ticket number. Fish and chips and in the butcher's paper. In the butcher's paper. I think I should have gone on the bigger table. This is going to be huge.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Is that one piece of fish?
Yeah. Oh no, it's pack one. Fish chips, crab stick, dim sim, prawn cutlet, 2 squid rings. And I got Spanish mackerel. On the road again. I've got these cool boom gates. Where they're not actually a boom gate, but they drop the chain. Just drive over it. Turning right on the main road. Up the top. Well, it's only half an hour or so to the next camp spot. Yardi Homestead, so won't be long. out all the aerial masts sticking up there. Apparently the Americans put them there. There's a close up of one of these antenna masts. Turning right on Bill's Way. It's a no through roads plate, I think, so you have to go this way.
In 300 metres, turn left onto Bill's Way North.
So we're at the end of the road going north from Exmouth. Just keep driving as far as you're allowed to go, and this is pretty much it. There's a toilet block there. There's plenty of bins. It's like a fish cleaning table. And we're at EX 1952. Beach access. 2.8 kilometres northeast of the Murat Road via Yardi Creek Road intersection. Okay, I'll go down here and have a look. So this is Ningaloo Marine Park Sanctuary and National Park Zones. I see. Look at this old conveyor belt. Makes for a good path. So, oh yeah, looks like it's all been, yeah. This is probably 12 to 15 mil thick. Water looks nice. Looks like it drops off quite steeply. There's the old heritage wharf, what's left of it down there. How's that for a great vehicle and a beautiful trailer, Caravan. There's the lighthouse up on top of the hill. I don't see many cars up there, so I might go up because there should be room to turn around with a Caravan. This looks like it goes straight up here. Try second gear, see how we go. Oh yeah. Oh no, there's a bit of weight on the back. It's not too bad there. Second gear, $2,000. Just cruising. There's a very tight section up here somewhere. Hopefully we can squeeze through. Yeah, plenty of room. Now this is the toit bit here. From memory. Oh, it's not too bad. It ain't be bad if you met somebody there. Here we are at the lighthouse at Exmouth. How about that? Go for a quick look at the lighthouse while no one's around. This is a good one. Flaming Head Lighthouse, completed 1912. So it's been here for a while. The lighthouse, a beacon born of disaster. Life on the lonely Cape. This is Mary Jane Butler, was the wife of Sydney author Arthur Butler, who was posted here as lighthouse keeper in 1914. Teenager among towns. Had you gazed out toward the Gulf back in 1963, all you'd ever seen would have been a dusty dirt track winding across the flats, low to the lighthouse. No towers and no town. It was only when the United States was given permission to build what became the Harold E. Holt Naval Communications Station that the town was born. The power station was constructed, bores sunk, and water reticulated around the town. Streets were sealed and curbed, unheard of then in the northwest, and a school, a hospital and community hall and library, swimming pool and a host of other sporting facilities were all built in quick time. Streets underwent a major beautification program and a new town was officially opened on the same day as the station was commissioned, September 16th, 1967. There you go. The only reason the town's here is because of the United States coming over and putting all these towers up, which we looked at earlier. So they're old sandbags. They actually look almost fossilised now. This is a radar tower. Check out the sandbags. This restored World War II relic marks the site occupied by the RAF Air Warning Radar Station 310, established here together with RS 314 at Onslow, February 1943. Look what the top half of it's gone. So 13 tall towers calling to the deep. Remember the Cuban Missile Crisis, maybe the Cold War? Back around 1960, the world watched in trepidation as the United States and the former USSR faced off like gladiators, each armed with a devastating arsenal of nuclear weapons. Part of the American missile delivery system was their fleet of nuclear-powered and armed submarines. But the US Navy had a problem, a giant gap in their communications network. The 13 towers that comprise the main very low frequency transmitter cover an area of 400 hectares, 1,000 acres. Tower 0 in the centre is 389 metres high and sits on a massive concrete foundations buried up to 17 metres deep. A total of 24,000 cubic metres of concrete were poured to support the towers, while the earthen grid buried beneath them involves 417 kilometres of copper wire. This remarkable and still vital communication station was renamed in 1968 in honour of the Australian Prime Minister Harold Holt. So you'll notice when we turn here, there's heaps of trees down the end of the road. So I'm guessing the station's planted them all. Wilderness camping, eh? Let's have a quick look here. Here we are, Yardi Homestead, just turning in. I just noticed this yellow sign. It says, slow, rough road ahead. At least it's not far in anyway, that's a good thing. So far so good, it's all bitumen road in. And apparently they have number plate recognition at the gate. So we'll see if that works. Turning circle on the left, so that's good. Oh geez, it dropped down. Number plate recognition worked. Very good. Now, I wonder where the office is. Here we are at Yardi Creek Homestead Caravan Park. Well laid out. Really nice. Plenty of room. Only issue is not much power. I've got power but I can't use the aircon. I got water but hook up and then unhook again. Don't want you to use much water. So $60 a night, not the cheapest. Does have a small swimming pool. Amenities is not bad. Hot showers. Yeah, we can work with it. On the road, just leaving Yardi Homestead, turning right onto the highway, for want of a better word. I bought a coffee, $8 at the Homestead. It's not too bad. I suppose the price is alright too for where you are, middle of nowhere. So it's, what's the time? 8:30 in the morning, and it's 33 degrees. Yes. Gonna be a warm one. I think they forecast 38. Might be more than that if it's already 33. Going to Exmouth, do a little bit of shopping, fuel up. Things you got to do, dump point, that stuff. Got a good dump point in Exmouth. It's actually got a nice long hose, so you can tie up your flusher and rinse out your cassette, for those that care. Right next to the information centre, behind the oval it is. And fuel, going to fuel up. Fuel's about 218 to 220 in town, but about 1 kilometre south of town it's 210. So that'll be the one to head for. Just a quick stop to check out the memorial. It's up the top of the hill there. Just go for a wander up and see what it's all about. Just about at the top. Whoa, look at the water. So, Pot Shot Memorial. Operation Pot Shot. Here today, gone tomorrow. By June 1942, there were 20 US Navy submarines operating from Western Australia, mostly from Fremantle. The Americans badly needed a maintenance point further north, and late in that year settled on Exmouth Gulf as their preferred location. Work on a substantial base began immediately, and submarines were soon able to call on the services of the tender USS Peleus, but fate quickly took hand. Persistent northeasterly winds produced an unexpected heavy swell in the Gulf, and other than in the best of conditions, it was almost impossible for submarines to be serviced. Further, despite the presence of a number of Australian anti-aircraft batteries and a squadron of fighter planes, the base was not immune from Japanese air attack. Bombs fell on the beach near here on 21st of May 1943, and a week later the Peleus set sail for safer waters off Fremantle. Operation Potshot was now downgraded to a simple refuelling station, with the Dutch tanker Odina arriving in June. But even this function was scaled back when fuel tanks were completed in Oslo late in the year. Yankee Town, a life of relative luxury. Madam Deception. The subs, the reason for it all. No subs, no Operation Potshot, no Australian base, no Exmouth airstrip, and no wartime history or development at all. While the Exmouth Gulf ultimately proved an unwelcoming home for the US Navy submarine fleet, there is still no question that they were the primary reason the Second World War had such an impact on the Northwest Cape. We have arrived at Bullara station. I think there's probably about a 700 metres of dirt road to get in here. It's not much.
G'day mate.
How you doing?
Hey, believe it or not, follow me. You're next to these people I just...
Oh, okay.
Follow me, my friend.
Will do. Follow that guy on a push bike. He's doing well over 8 kilometres an hour, just saying. Did you take my ticket? Where am I? F75.
So you're right next to them.
Okay, yep.
So, up, back in. Water's in there. Water's drinkable. Beautiful water.
Yes, that's what, yes.
It's just not very cold.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to whack some in your fridge as soon as you can, because it's...
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, my friend. Enjoy.
Thank you. This is us. We're pretty much out the back at Bullara. One row on the other side, and then we're on this side. We've got water, but no power. So I have to use battery power for the aircon. Here's the camp kitchen. Got everything you need. Barbecue, fridge, sink, gas cooker. Nice. You can even play out. There's a, what that play here. But it's 38 degrees in the shade, so not much today. It's pretty cool. Outdoor shower, look at that. There's suntan while you're having a shower. Very nice. How come there's only one's gone? One half. Oh, there was two halves. Burger night at Bullara. We assume they're going to cook it on there, but we're waiting. We'll see. There we go. They put the hot plates on now. Must be getting ready. Food will be coming soon.
That his ass could never kite. It's better not yet, for landing in the sidewalk. Cold-blooded killer FBI. Every night he needs. Give me all of the quiet things, all the good and those I missed.
There we have it. One burger ready to go. Just going to check these two old landies out, see if there's any parts I can get for mine. Very doubtful. This one's got the powerhouse 4-cylinder motor. And that even has the tappet clearance is probably have to adjust them all the time, I suppose. Bet that got a bit rattly pretty quick. Not much left in here. Salad, reef and beef. Stumping pistachio ice cream. Day after.
Balsamic vinegar. We do it a little bit differently here. I smoke yogurt, and then we make malt vinegar aged in oak barrels, and then we add a little bit of spice and a little bit of sugar. The idea is you'll see this little pot. You've got to get down through all the layers and then smear it on your bread. If you eat individually, it's quite smoky, the yogurt, and it's quite vinegary, obviously. But if you have it all together, it's absolutely delicious. That's the little bread course. And then tonight, always on a Saturday, we do pit-fired Bullara fillet of beef. So we char them on the front, fire out the front. Hand-cut chips. It's basically steak and chips, but fancy style. So we got fillet of beef.
Some prawn.
It's only our second Saturday, so I haven't learned my spiel yet. But so I've remembered. So reef and beef. Like, we're a cattle station and we're next to the Ningaloo Reef, and we've got frontage on the Gulf. And so reef and beef. If there's anywhere in the whole world that is fitting, surely it's here. So we do reef and beef, and we actually sell out. You've done well getting in, because we sell out like 3 weeks in advance. So congratulations. So it's the fillet of beef that we roast whole. We've got 2 king prawns that we panko breadcrumb and deep fry. I don't know if anyone's had king prawn from the Gulf, but they're not the most common prawn from the Gulf. Normally it's tigers or bananas, but when we can get kings, they're the best for me. I think they're an amazing sweet prawn, and they're a little bit firmer than a tiger prawn. It's reef and beef, garlic sauce, obviously what goes well with reef and beef, so it's a creamy garlic sauce, side salad, and then we make hand-cut chips, so we make our own chips here. And then Marie's an amazing pastry chef, and so tonight we've got a dark chocolate pudding, which is like a real deluxe kind of custard. Marie makes all the ice creams and sorbets in-house, and tonight it's pistachio ice cream. And then smoko cake, which is a red velvet, but smoko goes well in a station, so we call it smoko cake. Pistachio crumble all over the top, and a little bit of sour cream just to balance it all out. I've forgotten out the front, sorry, at the end we have Julia, and in the middle we've got Isabel, and they're going to make sure everything runs lovely and smooth. We've got a bar.
Is the bar that's only open at certain times during the day. Moving day today, so we're having a quick coffee at Bullara before we go. Here is the site map of Bullara Station. We're on site 72, unpowered, but you get water hookup, so that was good. Excellent water at Bullara.